Hello, in this video I want to share with you this auto transport trucking business system that I sell. I sell this on my website, so this system is for dispatch, accounting, and payroll, so it's all in one system. And I sell this on my website only. As you can see here, it's a complete system. And this system, you buy it once and you can use it forever. There's no subscription fee or anything like that, and it's meant or built for multi-year, so you can use it for many years, and it handles up to 20 trucks. And then we can also do a 1 hour free demo of this as well, so just reach out to us so we can schedule a Google Meets meeting and show you or demo to you how this system works, to see if this will be something that would help you with your business, and then you can purchase it. All right, so let me show you how the system works and just walk you through it very quickly. So if you purchase this system, it has 13 tabs, and it can handle your dispatch, your accounting, and your payroll for your driver, and it can handle up to 20 trucks. So the first tab here is a setup tab. So here you can input all your company information. You can select the calendar year, and then here you can set up all your truck information. Again, it can handle up to 20 trucks. And then you put in the hauler type, the max capacity for each truck, and then the driver name and other information related to that driver. And you can set up the dispatcher information and then bill type and broker name as well. So because this system is built mainly for auto transport or call hauler trucking business, you see this is the master dispatch here. So you can select any outbound, you can select any outbound or return trip that you want, and you can enter in the trip information and then the order information for that trip. So each of this order number must be unique because it represents a car that you're transporting on your truck, right? And then here you can enter in the origin and destination. You can enter in the pickup date, drop-off date, select the broker name, the driver name, the truck number, the dispatch number as well, or dispatcher name who scheduled that truck. And then here you can record the load revenue. So here you can put in any load revenue. You can select type. So if you have two type of revenue where it's broken out, where like one is billed and one is let's say check on delivery, so you can put 850 there as bill and another maybe 100 as something else, right? Or cash on delivery. So it can handle that as well. And then here is where you can put in the broker fee, the local fee, and then it automatically calculates your load revenue, the clean gross, which is pretty much your load revenue minus your broker fee and local fee. And then you can enter in the driver default percentage rate, or you can change it to whatever rate you want. Like let's say if you don't want 32%, you can put 40% for here as well, and it'll calculate what the driver's cut is based on the percentage that you enter. And then here it'll calculate the truck gross. Truck gross just pretty much clean gross minus driver's cut, so that's your truck gross. The driver advance is basically if you enter any revenue here and you select that it's cash on delivery, it will be part of a driver advance. So the driver advance is basically when the driver delivered the car, they would get cash from the customer. So that cash, they hold on to, that's their advance. And that's something that they owe to your business, and you need to deduct that out when you pay them, right? Because they already have that cash on hand. The other cool thing I add is, instead of having to always input in the date, once you put in the order number, so for example, if you put in the order number as an example, it automatically time or stamp the date. Okay, so it'll save you some time there as well. All right, so that's a cool thing about this master dispatch, is the heart of this whole entire system, because it's where you enter in all of your information about your delivery and your revenue. Okay, and the next tab is the trip expense. So after the driver complete the trip, they come to your office, or that it's complete, you just select the trip number. So for example, you can select trip number 2. So once you select trip number 2, the driver name, the truck number, the date that was scheduled, it's all populated, right? And here you just enter in the actual miles that the driver's driven, the driver expenses, and all the other expenses related to that trip. Okay, so it's pretty cool. And then the next tab here is the financial report. So as you can see here, this financial report, you can just enter in how many trucks that you have on hand that you're using in service. And then all the other blue cells here, it automatically populate and let you know different metrics such as your truck profitability, your trip profitability, your overall efficiency, right? And then here it also tells you what your net profit before income tax is. So this view here, it gives you the data and automatically pull this data from the master dispatch and the trip expense. And here it tells you all your revenue, your fixed costs, your variable general business expense and direct trip costs. And then here it tells you what your net profit before tax. So this is one view where it's very high level. And the next view is more detailed. As you can see, this here has more detail. It tells you the load revenue, broker fee, local fee, clean gross, and truck gross. And this yellow area here is where you enter in your fixed costs for your business for the month. So any costs that you have for the month, you can enter them here. And then variable costs, any variable business costs, you can enter here as well. This direct trip cost here automatically pull from the driver expense tab, so you don't have to do anything. So the only thing that you need to enter into this system is the master dispatch, where you have to schedule the cars, and then the trip expense is where you need to enter in all the expense for that trip. And then the financial report here, you just need to enter in all your expenses for your business, and everything else the system will handle for you. So as you can see here, in this view, if you're looking at this view, you can see the net profit for income tax is 6,004, right? And this more detailed view, your net profit for income tax is 6,004. So the two are the same. It just, you're looking at a different view. One's high level view and one's detailed view. So again, when you purchase a system, you only need to enter data into the master dispatch, the trip expense, and the financial report to enter what your fixed and variable business expense is, okay? Everything else should auto-populate for you. You just need to make a selection and it should auto-populate. Okay, so this tab here, auto-populate, you don't need to do anything. So it just tells you all your dispatcher information or dispatcher name and how many cars that they book for the particular month and quarter and year as well, all right? And then truck performance summary here, you just need to select any month, quarter, and year to date, and it'll tell you which truck made the most money and which truck made the least money. So you can select the year to date, and it'll tell you this truck 13 made the most money, truck number 4 made the least money, right? So you can select any period you like here. And payment type summary here, you can select any payment type, right? And then it'll tell you what the amount that you collected for that month or that quarter and that year for that payment type is. And here you can select it by, can view that information by the week. So you just select the month, right? The start date for the week and then the week number. You can select any week number and then you can select any payment type and it should tell you how much money you collected for each payment type for that week. Okay, and then the driver and truck search here is just give you a more a way to drill down information for your truck number or your truck or your driver, right? So you can look it up by the driver name. So let's say you select driver name. So this one automatically populate to show you all the driver that you can select from. So let's say you select Jane Doe and you want to see her information for the entire year. You can see information for any month you want as well. And here it tells you all the financial information and other information about this driver, right? Here's a detailed view as well. And then you want to look at the truck, you can just select truck number, select any truck you want, and again you can select any month or any year you want, and you can see the information for that truck, okay? And then trip search here, you can select any trip you want, and it automatically populate to show you the financial information for that trip and also your utilization and profitability analysis for that trip. So for example, this trip 24 here, we can see that it made 4,879 after all the other fees and the direct trip costs. So this trip is profitable on itself, right? And then down here you have other metrics as well that you can see and interpret. And then up here it tells you the utilization for this trip. So this trip uses truck number 10, which has a capacity of 7. So you can see here, it has a 100% utilization rate, so which is good. So of that utilization rate, the outbound leg, it was able to carry 9 cars out of 7, meaning that is good. It's fully utilizing the truck, right? Because, like you drop it off, you pick up another car. Same thing here. The return leg, it also picked up 9 cars and able to hold 7, so which is good. So this utilization 100%, meaning that it was very efficient. Profitability analysis. So here it's trying to compare the information, the net profit for the trip to your overhead allocation, meaning after all of your business expenses, did you make a profit on this trip? So this trip itself, you made money, but now you need to look at it based on or your other costs for your business, right? You have fixed costs and variable costs for your business, like maybe rent that you need to pay, or like salary for your office. So you can see here that after considering all those business costs, is this trip profitable? So it is profitable. It's $114 more than all of your costs, your business costs. So it is profitable, good profit. Okay, and then here you have other detailed information for this trip as well. All right. And then the payroll summary here, it's just a table that shows you all your driver and then how much money that they earn and what is the amount that is due to them. So you can select, you can filter by month or custom range. So you look at it by month, you can select any months you want to look at or the entire year, right? If you don't want to look by month and you want to enter in a specific date range, you can just enter in a start date. So like this. Right, and you can do 2/15, 2035 as well. So you can see you can enter a date range, or you can just select the month or the year you want, right? So it's pretty cool. And then here's the earning statement. So the nice thing about this earning statement is that it automatically pulls the data from the master dispatch and the trip expense. So you can select any trip you want, right? You can select that trip there. And then let's just see, so you can see when you select a trip, it automatically pulls the date for that trip, the trip number, the load revenue, broker fee, and then clean gross, driver cut, and whatnot. And they'll tell you what the final pay for that driver is. So let's say we select trip number 6, okay? And then here, if everything looks good, you can, create a PDF and send it to the driver. So here on this bottom piece here, you can put in a bonus or other deduction manual information that you want to enter in, and this information will flow up here, okay? So let's say everything looks good, and then I just go to pay stub generator, generate and send statement. So what this does is it generates a PDF, and then you can see how that PDF looks like, and as you can see it's moving right here. So basically it compresses this template, this earning template, to make it look nice. So here you can see what that pay stub template looks like. So you can see this a PDF here. So you can see that this is how it looks, right? And then it auto generates this PDF here. So if this looks good to you, then you can just close this off, and then you can send this to the driver, right? So let me send, so you can also add a message as well, and then you can send a copy to yourself. So here you can go send email. So when you send an email, what it's going to look like is here, this is my email here. So you can see it sends the earning statement over. So you can see here it says who the driver name is. It'll tell you what the period ending is, and it will attach the PDF as well. All right, so that's pretty cool. And then once it sends the PDF, you can see that on the pay stub archive, it automatically archived that information. So like the trip number, who the driver is, the pay stub earning period starting and ending, and the amount paid, and then the recipient email. So it's good to have this as archive so that you can have it as future reference. So once it sends the email, it will have this archive, okay? And then the dashboard, lastly, is just basically visual data. You can see your revenue and net profit before tax when you select any of this month, quarter. So you select any month, any quarter, and year to date as well. And it tells you different metrics about your business, which trip make the most money, which trip make the least money, and then which truck earned the most, and which truck earned the least, and which dispatch booked the most car, and which dispatch booked the least car. And here's all your other visual data as well. So this is a very comprehensive system for auto transport trucking business. If you're interested, reach out to me, and I can do a demo of this to you a free demo, 30-minute demo. You can ask me any question you want and see if this would be a right fit for your business. And we do have a support, 7-day support as well, and then a training session if you decide to purchase this item. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or concern, please reach out to me.